This video was sponsored by Oil Labs, the best fragrance known to mankind. There's one thing that a man needs and one thing that a man should have. Number one is God, and number two, Oil Labs. Now, this fragrance is engraven in your skin and in your clothes, more potent, more stronger, the best fragrance known to mankind, which is Oil Labs. Aren't you tired of buying fragrances and as soon as you spray them on and step outside, they are lost in the wind? Contact us on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.
Boom, and we're rolling.
Boom. As clutch as a crab, more secure than a high-paying job, so much better than the jokes tell by your dad, more critical than a stab, cooler than the mob. He is the upcoming Rob, and we're rolling. Welcome to the I Have a Dream podcast. You are with Pops and my co-host Daniel Gomez, and the one, the only Rob. Rob, it's a pleasure to have you here. I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the viewers. Who is Rob?
Thanks for the intro. I think that's probably one of the better ones.
Oh, yeah.
My name's Rob. People know me, Rob the Kaiser. I kick ball locally.
Oh, yeah.
Founder of KAISER Athlete. That's about it in terms of relevance to this.
Yo, so yes, I never knew that you're a founder of what?
KAISER. A lot of people don't know. You'd be surprised. Like, I think people started finding out like a year or two. I mean, unless you knew me, like you knew it was me, but like in terms of like how big it got, like no one knew it was me for the most part.
That is crazy. We'll get into that
Definitely.
later down in the episode. But I want to know, what was your dream growing up as a kid?
As a kid, definitely to go pro. I mean, especially like since I was like 4, I started playing like 4 or 5, and then like that was basically my whole life, and like I couldn't see myself like working like a regular job. I guess like it was like my nickname. Like my dad would call me like a professor, or, like a lawyer growing up because I like always argued and stuff. But like I could never actually see myself like actually like in a courtroom or anything like that. So it was always just ball.
Just ball. And you said you started from age 5.
Yeah, age 5 was like when I started playing like officially. But like 4 is when I was at home just kicking ball around and stuff like that.
Nice. Who inspired you to play football?
Like professional?
Yeah, professional, local.
I mean, I'm Ghanaian, so like that's like the only sport Ghanaians really have any decent footing in. So like it was always gonna be footy, but like in terms of professional, like growing up, like obviously like Michael Essien. I loved like Robinho, Kaká, like just players. Like I was really big on like, I guess it was two sides. Like I love like flair players, but also like super simple players who were just doing the right thing here and there.
Right. Would you consider yourself a flair player?
It depends if it's warm outside. If it's cold outside, nah. If it's warm outside, like I wouldn't say like flair in terms of like a typical Brazilian flair, but like step overs and stuff. Like I don't mind that.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. So yes, so that was your dream and your passion growing up. So what steps did you take to accomplish that dream?
Definitely not the right ones.
I think we can get into that like throughout the episode.
Yeah.
Because I think he had like his journey, every step of the way.
Right.
So I mean, as you know, we already interviewed a couple guys from your area, right? You're from East Hartford, right? Mm-hmm. So just a quick thing about you, like how was your childhood growing up? Like where'd you play, type of thing, like probably Premier and stuff like that. But if you want to go over
that would be revealed in his steps.
Yeah. So I started off like Parks and Rec, like most people, until I was like 8 or 9. That's when I started playing travel, and then I played travel for like a good like traveling like started playing middle school like through there, and then I ended up joining Hartford Premier with like Coach Mike and then that was like around like high school time, so like high school club, and then after I think that's really it. I played CFC for a little bit, like when I was younger, and then like a little bit during high school, but never like for a prolonged period.
Okay. So actually, you're probably one of the only guys that we interviewed so far that actually was in that Hartford Hellions like premier team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to touch base on that a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
A lot of them, I kind of joined later than most of my teammates from East Hartford, because a lot of them, or at least like a good amount of them, played like Vallejo or something, and like Vallejo kind of transitioned to Hartford, but I didn't play Vallejo. My dad was not paying for it at all, so I joined definitely later, and like I joined at a weird time for me, because like footy was still everything for me, but I was going through things where like I wasn't able to play as often. So like I came in like pretty rusty, like definitely not like remotely close to like how I am now. So like it was a little bit like of a harder adjustment, because I came in with less training or less like whatever, and we were playing better competition. So it was just kind of like threw me down a little bit.
So the Hartford Hellions, they played against the premier teams, right?
Yeah.
They kind of played against like CFC and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, that was like the first time like I played for a team where we were going like hotels for tournaments and stuff like that, like playing like out of state teams, like proper teams that could actually play ball and stuff like that, where you can't like just pace abuse and get around with it.
Oh, I didn't know you guys traveled. What you guys traveled like?
We would have like tournaments like in Maryland, like when we won state cup, we would go to regionals like Virginia, West Virginia.
Oh,
and stuff
really?
like that, yeah.
Oh, damn! I did not know that. How was that competition like? How was that atmosphere for you?
It was really good. I wasn't like I said, like during that time, I definitely wasn't like first name on the team sheet or anything. So like it was good. Like I felt like I honestly like almost preferred coming off the bench, like, and not having the pressure of a starter to like do this or do that. But it was really good, especially I want to say it was our last year going to regionals. We were playing like one of the top teams in the country, and we were like honestly holding our own. And I think honestly could have beat them if like there was like a weather delay. We came back, got a red card, injuries. It was stupid, but we were pretty good.
Nice. So throughout your childhood, right there, what position were you playing?
Always playing a forward. One year I played right back, which is outrageous. My first
really?
year, my first year on travel, like right after I left rec. Like so, rec, I'm playing striker, I'm scoring mad goals. They're like, "Oh, like you guys are gonna go play travel." I go first season, and my coach puts me right back, and like the whole back line was strikers, and I'm like, "What am I doing back here?" Like I never played defense in my life, and then after that, like I ended up playing like striker, or like right mid from there on.
Okay. Were you always one of the taller ones on the team, or?
Nah, I used to be like pretty small. I didn't grow until like after my freshman year of high school. I had a mean growth spurt. But like in middle school, I was like one of the shorter kids, like not OD short.
I was about to say like Skeeta size.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
But like I was like not like you would never know I was gonna be tall, like based on like how I looked in middle school or anything.
Yeah. So in that time frame too, so you're playing with the Hartford Hellions, and where in the back of your head was this for like, you know what, this is where I'm gonna start making some effort to like, I want to pursue my dream. I want to become a professional soccer player.
I would say yes, and I feel like yes and no. I feel like by the time I joined them, I'd like a bad habit of mine is like I quit. Like when something's going bad, I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not doing this. So like I remember like I think like 8th grade, I watched like I think it was like a youth World Cup, one of the youth World Cups. And I'm looking at these kids, they look like grown men. I'm like, damn, these kids are like 17 playing national team on world stage, and I'm in middle school just kicking regular ball. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. And then I guess it's when I started seeing like my teammates, like I started looking at them and be like, oh, like he has a chance, and if he has a chance, then there's no reason why I couldn't have a chance. But like I've always just been like I'm a pretty pessimistic person, so I'd be like, like probably not. Like so yeah.
Okay. And so he's honest. So from that transition, like you said, you played with Hartford Hellions till about what age?
Up until like the end of high school. A little bit after high school, we had like a men's like under 23s team.
Yep.
But after that, kind of like since we're all in school, like different schools, it kind of just we don't really play.
Yeah. Did you play for East Hartford High?
Yeah, I played. Freshman year I didn't play. Got in trouble. It was completely my fault.
You want to talk about it or not really?
Yeah, sure. So, like I was a smart kid growing up. Like I was always taking honors classes, or whatever. So I'm in the honors team in 8th grade, And for some reason, I'm like, oh, I don't want to be in the honors team. And, because none of my friends are, like, in honors classes. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to be in honors class in high school. I want to be with my friends.
Yeah.
And, like, so, like, I'm, like, trying to, like, I'm calling a lady at the high school. Like, I'm like, it's so stupid. I call a lady at the high school. I'm like, yo, like, take me off the honors team. I don't want to be. And she's like, oh, we can't do that, da-da-da. And I call her, like, a bunch more times to the point where she calls my house. And she's like, yeah. Rob has been calling us, telling us to take him off the honors team. We can't do that, da da da, without like parental permission. My dad gets tight. He's like, yo, why would you da da da? He's like, you're not playing soccer. And I'm like, bro, I was like depressed. Like, you ask anybody who knows me. The first 3 months of high school, I didn't talk to nobody. I just walked through the hallways, head down, like tight as, because footy's all I knew.
Yeah.
So I'm tight as hell. Get past that. Sophomore year I play, JV, which is, I didn't mind it because I got more PT. But I was playing center mid, which was like my first time playing that. And then junior and senior, I played varsity.
Yeah. And how did your varsity seasons go?
Junior was okay. Like, I wasn't at the forefront because we had like, that's when we had like Patrick and Tyshawn in them, and those were like the main guys doing everything. So I was just playing like more of like a supporting role. And then senior year, to my standard, wasn't as good, but definitely way better than junior year.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned it to Khalid maybe, and Pops too when we were talking to Khalid, is that East Hartford has so much talent that people forget about it. It's a very talented team. But anyways, all right. So, quick question here. It's kind of, and it's still on topic, because I think I mentioned it to Kadua the other day. I think you or him could probably put the team together. But if you put the best African players, would they beat the best Jamaican players?
It would even be close.
Oh, not
we
even.
thought it wouldn't even be close. I think people don't realize like who's African sometimes because there's so many Jamaicans. I think people think of it like in a numbers aspect. They're like, oh, there's so many Jamaicans here. There's no way you could beat us. But like the amount of Africans that's there, it's all quality. You know, like there's just absolutely no way. There's just no shot.
What do you have to say, Pops?
I don't have nothing to say.
We have to set it up.
I just let the ball do the work.
There's just no shot.
We got to set it up.
I mean,
let me hear your 11.
The 11.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know.
Could do it in no one either.
Yeah, I don't know any goalkeepers. Back line. Yao, Kwesi, Maysar, someone else. Can't think of a defender right now.
Forward.
Midfield. If you could play a forward left back.
Good.
Honestly, midfield. Kadua, Iman Ajamang. What's his midfielder? Trying to think. I mean, you could play Ned Rose at the 10.
Ned is
Oh,
a
Ned is
Jamaican.
Jamaican. What about
What's his name?
What about Joe?
Joe. Actually, no, I'll put Joe defense and
Yeah,
play
left back.
Iman. Play Iman in the 10. And then front three, Patrick, Tim.
There's you. There's Caleb.
Yeah,
You
put
guys-
myself in the wing.
you
Put
guys got a
Ashley
stacked
down the
team.
middle, Tim out wide.
That's a great. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We're just gonna 2-foot Coombs first minute. And
And the Jamaican has no midfield. All right, well, back to you. So your junior and senior year ran pretty well. Did you start looking at schools? Did you know you wanted to go to college to play, or how did that go?
after my senior year, honestly, like I said, I quit. So after senior year, I was like not having the season I thought I was gonna have, or I expect like I should have had. I was like, yeah, I'm done with footy, like, cause out of like me personally, I only knew like kids I knew like they were going to D3, and like I wasn't too aware of the collegiate landscape at that time. So I'm seeing like so and so go D3. I'm like, oh, like he's better than me. He's only going D3, so I like there's no way I can play college soccer. And then I seen this one kid. I won't name him, but I seen this one kid commit to go D3. I'm like, bro, I'd be cooking this kid. I'd be frying him. It's like if he's going, then I could go. So that's when I started emailing coaches like to go play.
Did you make like a highlight tape and then?
Yeah.
Was there? Could you list a couple schools that you tried to talk to, or?
The main ones were Eastern, Southern, and WestCon, like the main three I was choosing from. And then I ended up going to WestCon, over Eastern, for like multiple reasons.
Do you want to share those?
Yeah. So like Eastern, it was like I guess the main factor with Eastern was the coach. Like I was talking to him, and it was going pretty well. Like he seemed really interested. And then I don't know what I did, but he just got tight.
Oh,
I
really?
guess I I called him. He didn't pick up the phone, and this is a high school kid. Like, I was nervous.
Yeah, of course.
Like, even calling him, I was shaking. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's gonna say. He don't pick up. I'm like, oh, thank God. And I sent him a text. He was like, oh, when someone don't pick up, you don't send a text. You leave a voicemail. What? I was like, oh, sorry. Never respond to me after that. I was like, okay, that's weird. But also, like, I was thinking, like, am I gonna play a lot at Eastern, because they seemed like they had a decent like front line, and I didn't want to go there and just not play. And then WestCon was like pretty aggressive, like recruiting me, and like at the time, like I'm going from I don't think I'm gonna play college soccer to like this school telling me, oh, we want you, we want you. So I'm like, all right, that's like, and I went on the overnight there. It was pretty good. Not like fantastic or nothing, but it was like, okay, like I could see myself here. It wasn't bad. And then Southern's probably the most annoying one, because I didn't see their email until after I committed. So they sent me an email, like it was after states and everything, like, oh yeah, like we think you're good, we want you to come down to that. I commit because WestCon's aggressive with it, so I commit there, and then like I'm just going through my email, I see the email from Southern, I'm like, there's no way, and I missed it, and then just.
So you ended up at Western.
Yeah.
Was this the time when Western was like?
No, it was when they were coming off.
They were coming up, like, I know recently they've been getting better and better.
No, they had just won the LEC.
Oh, they did. Okay.
The year before I went there, so I'm thinking like, oh yeah, like I'm going there like to a winning program.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Decent players, like it was calm.
Did you play with Sammy? Was Sammy there at the time?
Yeah, me and Sammy went there at the same time.
Okay, and then was Afa there too when you were playing?
Yeah, Afa was a junior when I was there.
Yeah, so those are the two players I knew that played there, but there was a couple back then. But yeah, they always had a good program. Yeah,
it was good. Like honestly, like a lot of talented players. I feel like the year I came, it was a little bit of a transition because they just lost like two important players, and they're trying to cope with that. But other than that, it was a pretty good squad.
So how long were you there for?
I was only there for a year.
So how did that go?
It wasn't even like footy wise. It was more like the school itself. I was like, yeah, I can't be like. It was just so boring. The campuses. I don't know if you've been there before.
No, actually no.
It's like two separate campuses, like 10-minute drive apart.
Oh, really?
And I had no car, obviously. So there's a bus that goes back and forth, but it's just kind of a drag. Like,
yeah.
You got to class to the other campus. You got to.
Especially during winter, that would suck.
Yeah, and like all the athletic stuff is on one campus, and like where the freshman lives on the other campus. So it was just kind of annoying going back and forth, and like there was no parties, no like enjoyment. It was just so boring. And I'm like.
Yeah, all right. So you're at WestCon now, right? Did you right away know, like, you know what, I'm just going to be here for you and I want to transfer out here, go play somewhere else?
I think I'm not going to lie, at my orientation, that's when I was like, yeah, bro, I'm going to be here for a year. Like, I was like, yeah, bro, it's not the place for me. Like, even just to, like, I don't know, it's just, like, second I got there, I'm like, yeah, sun's off. Like, I don't know if it's Danbury or if it's what, but it was just like, yeah, I can't be here for that long.
So you decided. Right then you were like, you know.
Right then I was like, yeah. Right then I was like, even if like I don't get an opportunity to play somewhere else, I'm leaving. Like, there's no way.
Okay. Because I know you a little bit personally, but so was this around the time you started creating the Kaiser Athletes?
I started that the summer, like right before I went to my freshman year of college.
Was there a reason behind why you started it?
It was just like, it's like how you said, like East Hartford had a lot of talent, and I just feel like it wasn't being like recognized, or like players who I thought were talented weren't going where I thought they could have gone. So I made it with the hopes of like building a platform to just help kids, like not just East Hartford kids, but kids in general who like don't play FSA, don't play Oakland, but they are talented, to get like exposure to play like at better places.
I mean, yeah, just talking to you now, it's like you played for Hartford Hellions. They probably weren't the best known team in that time, but you had those players that, I know some of them personally, but like you have them, they're talented as hell. And now look where they are. So I should ask you first, what is what is the Kaiser Athletes?
Kaiser Athlete. It's like, I mean, that's a tough question. I get a question a lot, and I still don't have an answer. I like to think it's just like a showcasing platform. It's half showcase, half like just social media, just highlighting ballers, trying to get ballers exposure. At first, it was strictly just like posting stats and stuff. Now it's more into just like the day-to-day, like more like lifestyle sort of stuff. But like the main goal is to help ballers like get to a higher level.
So are you still doing that now currently?
Yeah, it's definitely not as active as it was before, just because of like a lot of things in life or whatever. But like I still have like a couple of athletes in it, like like Iman and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that,
for
like
sure.
that I help here. And
Yeah, yeah. Are you the only one that's running it? Does anyone help you with it, or?
Yeah, I do essentially. Like I have some like scouts who help me. Like I'll send a player to them, like let me know like if this guy is nice or not or whatever. But
that's
like
awesome.
in terms of like media or like
Yeah.
Outlook or like stuff like that, it's all me.
So you do all the editing.
Yeah.
Pops, take notes. See this guy? You got to follow there. You got to follow the page.
What's it called?
Kaiser Athlete.
Kaiser Athletes.
Kaiser Athlete.
Yeah. So where did the name come from, Kaiser?
Kaiser. I'm not gonna lie.
Like Pfizer.
I'm not entirely sure. I think it was during the time period where like everyone's like king, whatever, king that, and I was like, I'm not gonna do king because king is a little too basic. Like, everyone's doing king, so I was just looking for other words that basically meant the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, Kaiser kind of sounds nice, so I'll go with that.
And then it stuck to you, Rob
Yeah.
the Kaiser.
So
All right, so back to your collegiate career. So you did 1 year at WestCon. Where'd you go after that?
After WestCon, fall season finished at WestCon, had like a really uninspiring season. It was honestly, I think it's because I came in, like, I'm fully grown now. I'm like 6'4", and I'm coming to a team where they want me to play like as a back to goal hold up striker, and I've never played that before. I've always just been like in behind, use my speed to like make chances. So like I come in. And they expect, like, they're not teaching me though. They're just like, you like hold the ball up, like just looking at me like you're that tall. There's no way you can't do it. But like I've never done it before.
Yeah, it's not your
So,
game. It's
like,
not your style.
Exactly. So I'm on the pitch, and like not being myself. So I'm not getting the same output as I feel like I could have. Because the coach was very like he saw like the potential in me. He was like, yeah, like you have a ton of, like when I was leaving, I told him I was leaving. He's like, yeah, I just feel like you have a ton of potential. Like you just got da da da. I was like, hey, bro, like, I feel like I do too, but, like, I don't think it's the right system for me, you know? So, after fall, I told him I'm leaving. But I'm not leaving to go nowhere else. I'm just like, yeah, I'm done with footy. Like, this was a terrible experience. Not terrible, but I'm like, yeah, but, like, I love footy, but, like, if it means, like, sacrificing every other aspect of my life, then I don't want to keep playing. Like, I'd rather, like, enjoy my college, like, the 3 years of college I have left, than just play footy at a school I don't want to be at. So I just left, and that's when I went to UConn.
You went to UConn. So, so now you go to UConn. You went straight to Stores, the big campus.
Yeah.
When you went to Stores, what was it like for you? That transition, because I know WestConn's a little bit smaller and UConn's huge. I went to UConn, so
Yeah.
UConn's huge. Living on campus is awesome.
My point
So,
exactly.
so what was your transition like?
It was just really refreshing. Like I felt like that's what college is supposed to be. I mean, everyone has like their own taste in college.
Yeah,
but
sure.
like for me and what I expected, like leaving high school, that's what college like should have been. Like big dorms, lots of people, like places you can hang out. So I mean, I went during COVID even.
2020?
Yeah, I went that fall. I was still on campus though, but like I was like outside every day walking around. Like that was like what I want. I couldn't do that at WestCon. Like there was nowhere to go.
Yeah, for sure. UConn's definitely easier to get around.
UConn is big.
You've been there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you came to visit me when I was going to school. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so now you're at UConn. Back of your head, are you still thinking about soccer as much as you were before, or is it kind of?
Yeah, always. I mean, I can't, as much as I quit, like I really can't get away from it. Like it's just like I think I might just be addicted because there's no other explanation for it. Like I think I've quit footy 3 times and I'm still back. So like I'm thinking about it, but like I'm also like, all right, now I'm at UConn D1. Like I only had this much at D3. Can I just come here and replicate that? But then one of my boys was on the team, and this is when Ray Reed was still here. And
You know
he's
Ray
like,
Reed.
That's the guy.
We talked about him so much now on this podcast.
He's like, yeah, bro, like we need players. Like I'm gonna hit my coach. Da da da. Oh, like for sure. Like I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
yeah, of course. You know how Reed and the Reed administration is. So it didn't work out that year. But
And this is
then-
your sophomore year?
sophomore year, yeah. But it's also COVID. The season's weird. Like it was only in the spring, and it was just a whole bunch of factors. So I kind of understood it.
Yeah.
And also like he wanted to bring in a center back, and my boy's like, oh yeah, like he could play center, he can play center back. And like, oh, like so I went to go talk to assistant coach. He's like, oh, like he's speaking good of you, like, you know, we're gonna talk da da da. I talked to him for a little bit. He's like, oh, do you have highlights? I'm like, yeah, but like they're not for the position you want to see. Like all my highlights are striker highlights, and you're looking for a center back. Like you don't. I understand that it doesn't make any sense. Like, I wouldn't want
Yeah.
that either as a coach.
Right.
So that didn't work out, and then yeah, sophomore year, just
Mm-hmm. So, all right, and then did you because you're in college, right? How old are you right now? How old are you at this time?
I'm 22.
Right now.
Oh, right now I'm 22. Yeah.
22. So back then you were what, 20, like 19, 20?
19, 20, yeah.
So in the off season, were you playing anywhere, or were you trying to play anywhere? Did you get the invite to the association?
Sophomore year summer, I believe, cause I was on campus. No, I think spring was online. So yeah, I did go play pickup like with them like here and there. Like, I trained a lot with just like my friend group at the time. Cause we were all like closer in age, so like we would train here and there. But like when I was training, like I was kind of training for myself, but I was also training to help them.
Yeah.
Like that's like, what I'm saying, I'm always trying to help whoever I can with whatever. So I was like, oh, like I'm gonna train with you guys, like get another body, more touch on the ball, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, cause I'm thinking like, oh, it's falling through, like I'm not gonna get the chance. It wasn't until I heard that like a new coach is coming in, I was like, okay, let me give it another shot.
Yeah. Nice. So when you were training with the UConn guys, was that, do you think, like the highest level of soccer you played at?
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, it was an interesting bunch too, cause it's like sometimes like when I first started, like the first day I was there, I was unbelievably nervous, cause like I said, I've never been like I'm going from quitting D3 to training with like
a top D1 school,
literally like. So I'm like, oh, like I'm nervous, like I'm just coming in. It's just kind of chilly outside. You know how I get when it's cold. It's a little bit chilly outside. My toes are like not working. I'm like, dang, like should I even be here? But like after a while, like it kind of sets in, like, bro, like, I can like I'm not playing with Messi and Ronaldo. Like I'm playing with people. Like I can play with these guys.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah. So all right, so your sophomore year's over now. You go back to junior year to UConn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you still trying to play for the UConn D1 team?
Not initially. Initially, I started playing club.
That's when you got introduced to the club team?
Yeah, because they didn't have it the year before because of COVID. So I started playing club, and I'm like, I'm enjoying, because it's still like decently competitive. So I'm like, all right, like this is good, like. But like in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking like, damn, like I should at least try D1, because like I'd rather try it and potentially fail than just not try it at all. So after fall, and the new coach comes in and everything, I asked one of my boys in the team, I'm like, oh, like, let me get his email, let me hit him up and see what happens. So I hit him up. They do a phone call. I'm not gonna lie, during the phone call, I thought he didn't like me at all. He was talking to me like he did not like. I was like, dang. Like after the phone call was over, I was like, bro, he's not hitting me up again. Like I'm not going nowhere. And then I get an email like a couple weeks later, like with like all the walk-on information and stuff. I was like, oh shoot, like I'm not prepared for this. I had to run down like to the urgent care, do like one of those physicals and like stuff like that, and then I started.
So you got on as a walk-on.
Yeah,
that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, it was honestly like for the amount of people who told me, because like you be walking around like the rec, and like some random guy, but like, yeah, I'm about to walk on. I'm like, bro, no, you're not, bro. Like not no disrespect to anybody, but like it'd be like crazy people like, yeah, I want to walk on. I'm like, bro, you don't even like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even kick ball like that. Like last time I kicked ball was like senior year of high school, and your high school wasn't good. And you're like, oh, I want to walk on. So.
Yeah. So it sounds like sometimes, like you said, you quit and you're done with football. But then this story here with the UConn one is that I feel like it brought you back. Like you said it. You made calls. You did this. You did that. What do you think makes that change in your mind? Like, you think it's the addiction?
Yeah, I think it might be addiction. I mean, even now, I like to tell people, like, if you're gonna do something, like, I'd be like, let's say, like, my boy wants to go to a party or something. He don't know if the party's gonna be good. But just go. Like, it might be trash, but at least you have, like, a story to tell. You know, be like, oh, like, went to this party. You can laugh about it later. So I'm like, I might as well just do it now. And if I feel like, my thing was, like, if I fail, I wasn't on the team anyway. I'd rather not make the team and not be on the team than be on the team and get cut or something. So I was like, all right, why not?
Yeah. Well, good thing you did, because UConn's, like I said, is a very good school.
This video was sponsored by Oil Labs, the best fragrance known to mankind. There's one thing that a man needs and one thing that a man should have. Number one is God, and number two, Oil Labs. Now, this fragrance is engraven in your skin and in your clothes, more potent, more stronger, the best fragrance known to mankind, which is Oil Labs. Aren't you tired of buying fragrances and as soon as you spray them on and step outside, they are lost in the wind? Contact us on Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp.
So now from junior year to senior year, are you So going into senior year, what's happening now?
Going into senior year, it's weird because after the end of spring, he's like, okay, like I think he's bringing in like 5 strikers, and that he didn't play any wingers at the time, so like it's like a diamond in midfield, 2 strikers, and the way he had the midfield running, there's me, like I can't do it, so I'm like, yeah, like I have to play striker, and like junior year spring, I didn't play bad, but I wasn't like a world beater. I wasn't like bagging a goal here, a bag goal, like so it was like he's like, yeah, like we like you, but like. Is it like, are you gonna start over the guy and bring it in? Probably not. I'm like, okay, that makes sense because he's bringing in transfers, like a lot of transfers, and some really good freshmen too. So it's like, yeah, I understand that. So then it goes to more like basically a practice player role, where it's like you're not playing really, but you're still like in the loop or whatever.
And is this when you transition fully to the club team?
Yeah, again, yeah. So that's when I transitioned back to the AC UConn because I was like, I need to play.
Yeah.
So I was playing there, and it was pretty fun, honestly. Like the people there were really good, the coach was really good. I like the setup, so it was really fun, and it was just nice to be able to play and play well, honestly.
Yeah. Because I played for the UConn club team too. You realize like going from playing D3 or D1 collegiately to the club team, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Like some players can still play, but you still have that life. You still get to go enjoy your.
That's why like. At first, like I knew a kid on the club team who was like an All-American, like highly touted, like offers everywhere, and he didn't play. And at the time, like he didn't play anywhere. I was kind of thinking like, oh, like why would you not? Like if I was that, like I'd be at Clemson or something like that. I don't think it was until like I did the spring with UConn and then played club again where I'm like, okay, I can understand. Like you want to have like another life outside of it. Like when you play D1 footy, it's really all D1 footy. Especially during the fall.
You want to touch on that just a bit because you were exposed to it a little bit?
Yeah, like
the difference.
It's a lot. Like even like I'm not like on top of being a student. I won't lie. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I was in the books every day. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I'll try to enjoy my life. But like if you're like you're a student, you're a full time student. So you got like at least 4 classes. You got practice in the AM sometimes, or like in spring it's in the morning.
Right.
So even say you don't have a class, you still gotta wake up at like 8, go to practice, leave. If you're like me, you don't have a meal plan, so then you have to go home and make food, or just not eat. So now you have no energy. Then you have 1 or 2 classes. Then you have to study for those classes, whatever. And it's like when you really have time to just be like, all right, sit back, whatever, relax. Like, I did that, but I'm not a good example for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like it's a lot, especially like, and that's spring. Like imagine fall where you have sometimes game on a weekday, sometimes traveling, sometimes you know you're going to Ohio, you're going to DC or whatever. You're playing Georgetown against freaking MLS draft picks. You got to go back to it. Like it's ridiculous. So like it's a lot. So like even when I see like kids nowadays, like I understand it because like when you're in it, you enjoy it because you're in the community aspect. You're with your team, your boys. Like it's fun, but it's also like pretty exhausting.
Yeah, I can agree with that. So, and this when you're in college now, like your junior, senior year, going towards your later years, are you changing the dream or is it still trying to chase the professional soccer?
I think it kind of changed from wanting to play pro to just wanting to like have footy be my end job. Like even if it's not pro, like I want to like be a manager at a team, a director at a team, or be involved in some sort. Because that's the only like job I can see myself working and not being mad when I woke up in the morning. You know, like because that's hilarious. Like you just wake up like I mean I have a job right now and I wake up in the morning I'm like damn. Like another day of this. But like if my job is like like I have to, like even if it's not like super footy oriented, like let's say like if I worked in like accounting but accounting for a football club, I love my job way more.
Because you're in just that environment. Soccer.
Literally. So
you should look into being an agent. You have the Kaiser. That's
another aspect. But like thing with that, like you got to get all your licenses and stuff. Like if you want to start doing that stuff, so like I'd have to like set some proper time aside. And, like,
yeah,
do that
for
stuff.
sure. Yeah. Anything, Pops?
Yes. You just covered the thing. The reason why I'm not speaking, I don't know.
He doesn't know anything about the college.
About college soccer. And
Actually,
all
before we get to you, the last question I'll have for him because he was playing for club soccer. How did those years go? The club soccer, because I know you guys went pretty far. You went like nationals too, right?
Yeah, the first year I went to nationals. Did pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. At nationals, I won't even say we. They lost both the games. I played completely fine, but they lost the first game 2-1. Lost the second game. Like I think both games were 2-1. I scored in both though, so it can't be me.
Yeah.
But and then the second year we went to regional. I think we lost our regionals, but like it was a bad day in the office because that team wasn't better than us like at all. But we did pretty good like overall. Like UConn's club is always like really good.
Yeah, yeah. And then actually my last question here. Would you, if someone came to you right now and asked you, oh, should I go to this D3 school or should I just go to a big D1 school like UConn and play for their club team, what would you recommend?
It depends on your trajectory in life. I feel like, I mean, I know kids right now who go to, like, who play D3 and they don't like the school.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the mistake I made, where it was like, because footy's my whole life, so, like, I'm going here for footy.
Yeah.
But realistically, like, if you play D3, once that follows over, like, if you don't like that school, you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
Like, going through the spring semester, going to, like, a small school in the middle of nowhere, nothing to do, like, and spring footy is, well, a practice, like, 2 practices a week. Like, it's nothing. Like, it's not enough. Like, you have to make sure you like the school, and the footy's almost a bonus.
Yeah.
You can only do strictly footy if you're like you're going D1, you want to go pro, or like going D3, you want to go pro, and you're just here because you're trying to use it as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
But if you don't think that's your end goal, then like you got to be smarter.
And that brings me back to always Patrick. That's why Patrick's such a incredible story. He went D3 and then he went boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
You don't hear that much. It's always D1. People that
Amazing.
go D3 don't really do much, but that's why it's a great story.
Amazing.
Passing it to you, Pops. What do you got?
So, again, I don't know nothing about the colleges. When you guys were talking, I just don't understand nothing that you guys were saying. Anyways, we're going to play a little game, okay?
All right.
This is We Knowing Rob the Costa. That's it. That's your name? All right, so Rob.
You don't know his last name yet?
No.
You're going to ask him for it or what?
No, I don't. What's your last name?
My last name. All right.
Have him guess it.
Actually, no, there's no way he'll guess it.
Begins with an S. He might guess it.
What is it? Begins with an S?
Yeah.
It's not Schwarzenegger, is it?
Huh?
What?
It's not Schwarzenegger, is it? Like Arnold?
Schwarzenegger.
Oh. What the? Nah,
No,
I ain't close.
I don't know.
There's no way he'll guess it.
I don't know. I don't even know a lot of S words. But no, I don't know. What is it?
It's Sam.
Sam?
Yeah. Yeah, my name is not very, as like African as I am, my name's not very, like my first and last name aren't very African.
Your name is Rob Sam.
Yeah.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
That is crazy. My dad would love that. But yes. So we're going to get to know you a little bit more, okay?
All right.
This is called favorites. All right? So what is your favorite food?
Probably like fries.
Fries?
Yeah.
Fries.
I mean, who doesn't like fries?
I don't like
Think about it. Every time you get a burger, what you got to decide with it? Fries, hot dog, fries.
Fries.
Everything you get with fries.
That is true. What is your favorite hobby?
Besides like.
Besides
kicking the
footy, yeah.
ball, probably like either like editing videos or like graphic design or like volleyball. I like volleyball a lot too.
You like volleyball?
Yeah.
Volleyball is actually sick. I love volleyball. I played in high school.
Yeah, I played for a year in high school.
I can see that. You guys
I
are
was-
massive.
Bro.
You guys are both tall.
A guy spiked the ball in my chest. We work as hard to get back in the finals for him to do it again. So yeah, what is your favorite drink, by the way? Do you have a favorite drink?
Cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice.
Yeah.
Quick. What's your favorite movie? Quick fire.
Interstellar. Have you seen Interstellar?
Yes. Great movie. Great movie.
I don't believe when Danny says it.
No, it is.
No,
actually.
it's actually like exactly
Danny
like,
brought me at movies before. and it
what
was
movie did we watch?
terrible.
That was your brother that wanted to go see Oppenheimer.
Oh nah.
Oh,
that was terrible.
Yeah. It wasn't like
No.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually fell asleep during the movie. Both of them were
No
sleeping
way.
during it. I don't know how, because you hear the explosions and shit.
I was trying to sleep, and every time this guy would drop the bomb, boom. What is that? But yeah, what's your favorite song right now?
Favorite song right now?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say like probably. It's a good question. Probably like "Remember" by Ashake. It's Afrobeats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Afrobeats is huge right now.
Yeah.
Afrobeats is really popular.
Daddy's favorite song is
What?
"I Star."
Rush.
Rush, that's a good one. Yeah.
Daddy, give us a little bit of the Rush.
I'm not playing that.
I want you to sing it.
Not
sing it.
right now. I'll start dancing.
You
Just
are
go-
a lead
just go.
singer. You're a lead singer. Yeah, get out of here. So yes, what is your place, your go-to place to live? If you had the cash, you would move there.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I like
Probably
that.
like the DMV area, DMV area or like Houston, Texas. Somewhere warm. I don't like snow. Or cold.
What about Jamaica?
Absolutely not.
You get robbed, like your name. But yeah, so who is your favorite player?
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Right now it's probably Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
Yeah.
That's different.
Well, he's a Tottenham fan, so he probably.
That's the next thing I was going to ask you. Who's your favorite team?
Yeah, Tottenham. Yeah.
Was it?
Okay.
Is it because of Harry Kane?
No. I always just.
So you.
I have an uncle who lives in North London.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a big like diehard Tottenham fan?
Yeah, I'm not gonna switch for nothing. Like I'm sticking through it all.
Okay, so you
glad
think you can
said
answer
that.
these questions?
I'm glad you said that.
We exposed
because
some
we're
players
gonna
already.
expose you
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
You're gonna get exposed.
All right, let's hear
Danny,
it.
let's see how big of a Tottenham fan he is.
All
Go
right,
ahead,
let's see,
expose him, Danny.
No, that's too late. Give me a second.
Give him a light one. Let's see how much he knows.
Dude, I know Tottenham a little bit, but these
We're
questions
gonna
are a little-
expose him, man.
How far back would you say you're a Tottenham fan?
I mean, I was born in 01.
You know history about them before that, or not really?
Oh, no, I'm not like I know like basic stuff. I don't know like top goal scorer from 1988 or nothing.
Pops, what is this website? These questions are like 60s, 70s.
He's a Tottenham fan. He should know this.
I don't like that one.
You don't like that one? Come on, shoot him.
Oh, okay, let's see. Where did Tottenham sign Robbie Keane from in 2002?
Boom.
2002.
So where did Robbie Keane come from?
Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea.
Really?
Exposed. You're exposed.
Leeds United.
Please,
I'm gonna start edit the videos where it go boom, exposed.
Let's get this. Let me find one more good one. I mean, he coached the U.S. national team. Let's see if you know about him. Jurgen Klinsmann. You know he played for Spurs,
Yeah.
right? How many years did he play at Spurs?
I actually know this too. Damn.
You don't know?
He says he does.
Okay.
Oh, they think he does.
Is it 3?
2.
Maybe.
Maybe you might get this.
Exposed.
Which Spurs defender joined rivals Arsenal in 2001?
Oh, that black pagan. What's his name? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yep.
Well, he's gonna get exposed again.
No. Wallahi, I know this one.
Yeah, right.
On every bro.
You play FIFA, right?
Yeah, I know his name.
He's
bro.
an icon.
Yeah,
Kill
right.
us, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I
What
wanted
is
to
this guy's name?
expose him so bad.
And that's it. They don't have much questions for them.
One more. Give him one more.
These other questions are not very good. We all know about Tottenham. They don't have
Yeah.
they don't have much history.
I'm asking him a question. How many trophies does
Bro,
that?
we got trophies though. We got trophies. It's just been a while.
Yo, we have more trophies here than Tottenham have in this.
That's not true, man.
All right, so let's do another thing. Let's see how humble is Rob. All right. So Rob, let me ask you this: what do you think? What part of your game you think that you need to work on?
Like on the pitch or just overall?
On the pitch.
I would say it's a good question. I don't know. I'm the best player in the world. So. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think I have like any like maybe just like linking up, like maybe just adapting to different people. I guess I feel like I don't think I'm stubborn. But I think, like, when I'm playing with people and it's not working, I'm just like, yeah, bro, like, it's you, not me. Like, you got to fix yourself. Because, I don't know, but definitely could work on that. Like,
Okay. And so, what would you say is the most weakest part of your game that you need to work on?
maybe just, like, conventional, like, I guess conventional back to goal play. Like, I feel confident playing back to goal, holding it up, but it's definitely not my strong suit.
Yeah. All right. As a striker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need to work on that.
This guy.
Do you prefer do you prefer striker over wing, or do you prefer wing over striker?
It really depends who I'm playing with, honestly. Like, if I'm playing with people, like, if I'm playing strike and I got a wingers who are going to compliment it, I don't mind it at all.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if I'm playing, I rather, like, if certain people on the pitch, I'd rather play winger. Or, like, if I'm having, like, a rough game at striker, I'd rather go out wide
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get like a feel for the game.
People don't really like playing striker anymore.
hate
You're
playing
always back to goal.
Yeah.
You're not faced up.
I get paid for it. It was terrible. That was the worst part of my football career. But yes, so now that's the humble side, and we want to see this boastful side of you, know which you are, right?
I don't know. That's an allegation. We'll see.
What is the best side of your game? Go ahead, tell us.
I would say like my runs, like runs combined with pace. Like I feel like a lot of times I'm through.
Yeah.
And I'm really offsides. Like if I'm offside, if I'm offside, I know I'm offsides.
Yeah.
And if I don't think I'm offsides, I'm probably onside. You know.
Yep. Simple. Just like that. What player you think that is playing professionally now? I'm gonna tag him. That you think you just go around easily. A defender.
Like defender.
Yeah. You go around him.
Defender. I think it's Booth. Let me think. What I think? I'd say like maybe like Johnny Evans. Like Johnny Evans. I mean, I think there's a lot of frauds in the pro game.
Yeah.
A lot of people get away with some nonsense up there, but I say I could take Johnny Evans. 1v1, I could take Johnny Evans.
Easy.
Yeah.
Confident.
I don't know about easy, but like he probably get like he'll do like 10 times. I beat him at least 6.
Hey. There you go.
That is beautiful. One more question for you is, so you finished with Rob, right?
Yeah, I was gonna wrap up when you're done.
Sick. So that's it for us, Rob. And it was a pleasure for you to be here. Now, one more thing. Give us advice that you'd give for younger kids that have similar dreams and aspirations as yourself. You have a minute to win it. Go ahead. Boom. Time start now. Boom.
You gotta. I think pinnacle of all is being realistic with yourself. Like you have to surround yourself with people who aren't gonna lie to you. Like we all know people. Like y'all. Like your friends are always gonna have faith in you and always want the best for you. But like you have to be realistic of where you are, so you can actually get to where you want to be. I think I see a lot of people surrounded by like yes men, or like their friends don't want to tell them the truth. Like some people, like for a lot of kids, like there's a good chance you won't make it. That's why there's so many few pro ballers. But like if you understand that you're somewhat at a disadvantage or not where you want to be, then you can start getting to where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Don't like it's like when a rapper drops a bad song. Like there were people in the studio telling him this is good, but it's actually trash.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to be realistic with yourself and realistic with others, because then they'll be real with you.
I'm just topping off that. I think you just gotta accept the truth sometimes. You gotta hear the truth, you know. Like, and then it's either how you handle the truth. Either you're gonna motivate yourself more, or you're gonna be like, all right, you're right. I suck. I'm done.
Nice.
You can't get mad at the truth,
You
because
can't.
if someone lied to you, you'd be way more mad.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's a great message.
That is it, and that's time. That's Rob 1 minute. You get your 1 minute on the next show. So that is it, and that's time. So far, that's all. Again, we cannot leave without giving a shout out to our sponsors, KO Elites Football Club. We got Nick Media and Davis Media, and certainly, last but not least, Oil Labs for your best fragrances known to mankind. You're gonna get one of these. So until then, keep watching and stay dreaming. Boom. Really, it's Oil Labs.
Soundstripe.